What's up, guys? It's Trippy. We're here with my Halo 2 anniversary Monopolized run, or it's every one of my missions best times stitched together. So it's a bit of a segmented run. Let me explain a couple things. First off, I use skulls on some of these maps to get more of an advantage. I mixed my own strats, a little bit of the speedrun strats, a little bit of everything, you know, and came up with forgive me for what I'm about to say. It's more like a speed fun than a speed run, even though it is fast. We're gonna go fast for sure, but I have some really interesting strats going on throughout the run. I think you guys will really enjoy it. It's definitely a journey. It was fun. I've been doing this over the past, like, I don't know, a couple weeks or so. Started running a little bit of Halo 3, and then just fell in love with the idea of doing Halo 2 legendary stuff, because the strats are so cool. They like break the game. So if you're used to playing Halo 2, like me, I've been playing Halo 2 ever since it first came out. But if you know the strats, the speedrun strats, and the cool little like implementations you can do, you can really break the game, even more than you thought you could before, even if you're pretty knowledgeable about it. And you're a lot better at Halo 2 than you think you are. You just need to know the strats. It's really fun, but it has been a challenge, but it's been super fun. Anyway, I'm gonna kind of explain the run and tricks and stuff as we go, and I'll also talk about random stuff as well. Interesting things. But this room turned out really well. As you probably already noticed that whenever I'm throwing grenades, the elites and the grunts, they're flying all over the place, like huge explosions and everything. I'm playing with the boom, the pinata, Sputnik, and feather skull right now. And the reason being is because, like, I had a couple strats of my own, a couple of grenade flies in the later part of the levels, and also, like, it helped with these hanger parts. And if you play with the skulls that, it's like scoring skulls, and they don't have to necessarily be scoring skulls, but as long as they're not ×0 skulls, then it doesn't invalidate the achievement. So, you know, to your heart's desire, you can do what you gotta do.
This is bad.
To get those times down. So I opted in with all those skulls on Cairo Station. Have some cool stuff that I did. I learned about that little skip right there that I just did, the stealthy skip, so late into my runs, and I was so grateful whenever I saw somebody do it. I think it was Rocats. This run went pretty well. It's usually difficult, and most speedrunners and people that like to do it kind of fast or whatever, a little bit safer, they like to jump up top there. But I figured since I am blowing elites and grunts all over the room or whatever, it'd be a little bit better for me to be on the ground, and turned out alright. I ran this level a lot without the skulls on, and it ended up just being better with the skulls on. So these last 3 elites come out. They're ultras, which are white, and 2 of them have double plasma rifles, which absolutely melt you in legendary. And one of them has a sword, which is not too big of a deal. Actually, he's gold, the one that has a sword. But you have to be looking towards the windshield for this dialogue right here to go a little bit quicker. I think it works in this hangar. I know it works in the second hangar. I do it anyway. But this next room, you wait for this dialogue, you wait for them to say Chief, find it or whatever. Door opens. There's a couple of elites down here, one on the other side as well, like one on the other staircase. He ran clean over to me or whatever. Luckily, they didn't roast me right there whenever I was down there. Knew the white was still alive, overcharged him, headshot the grind. Really lucky that grenade didn't blow up on me, since I do have the boom skull on, which increases explosion radius by 2 times. Pop that other elite because both doors open. Both doors have elites. Play a little bit of peekaboo. Right here was kind of lucky that I didn't die. He melted me. You always sit right here for a checkpoint, because this jump is a little bit risky. But if you do get it, then you can walk clean past this room. This room is very hard, so it's nice. Take out the grunts, walk a little bit farther back towards the wall like that, so you don't get shot. I went ahead and found a new plasma pistol right there because we're gonna need it. We're gonna need the shots. But you can get one from right here. But I was just being safe.
Come on, Chief, this way.
Slam that elite with overcharge. Pop those grunts. And if you rush down this hallway, it doesn't spawn an extra set of enemies right here at the end of the hallway. So that's great. Picked up some plasmas. These jetpack elites are always kind of in the same spot. So I stuck the first one. I think that second one got Sputnik'd clean off the map and died. Overcharge that guy. Get a quick shot on his head. These guys I try to be safe with.
Sir, orders have breached the fire control center.
Because they're blue elite, so they go down pretty easily, but kind of choked the last couple shots there.
Chief, get to the bomb.
Finish him off.
Cortana,
I know this guy's over here, but I don't know
targets
where he is
and fire at
exactly.
will.
So I'm being safe. Check my radar. Smack him one little time. Didn't even bother with
First
it.
echelon, you're with me. Blanket those cruisers.
So this is another
Take
reason
them
why I
out
have all
one
the
by
skulls.
one. Second
This room
echelon,
is really
keep those
convenient
carriers busy.
to have on the boom skull because you can wreck the bugs, which is so nice. This elite got straight blasted straight to me, and I just barely made that. Like Indiana Jones, the ceiling
Cortana,
was collapsing on
fire
me.
on the first carrier.
And I think his plasma rifle shots actually put me through, which was really cool.
Everyone, form
So
up,
this is a
follow
launch
my
I do right here. Like normally in the speedrun, you would sword fly right there. But my frame rate on my computer or on my game or whatever, I can turn it down. It would make it easier or whatever. But I play on a really high frame rate. It's like unlocked and makes it like impossible to sword fly. So a lot of the places where you do sword fly in the speedrun, I replace with grenade throws, which are really cool.
Everyone, form up, follow my lead.
And it's still kind of worth it right here because it would have taken me a second to kill all these elites, but I get it on third try, even with a little wall bounce right there for swag points. Went straight to exactly where I was supposed to be. So this is the last room of Cairo Station, which Cairo Station is incredibly hard. It took me a while to get my time down on this. But this is the last room. It's full of a bunch of like high-ranking elites, and I saw there was an ultra there, the white ones, with dual needlers. So that's a little scary. So I popped the one guy that blasted over here with a nade, overcharged the next guy. I fumble on my nade a little bit right there. Finish off the red guy. And then luckily, I only had 3 ammo left on my plasma pistol. Luckily I was able to get that shot to hit. And that's Cairo Station. Time was a 7:48. Alright,
Blink
so
if
we're
you
moving
can
on
hear me,
to
Chief.
outskirts.
Shake it off, Marines.
I actually
We're at the
just
crash site.
got
Go,
this
go,
run
go.
the day of this commentary. My PB, I mean, turned out really good. So you grenade jump up right there, do the classic, up the buildings. I loved hitting the little corner right there just perfectly. I didn't hit it right there exactly perfectly, but still pretty cool. Do a grenade jump right there, a little bit quicker, a little bit less risky than jumping on the ledge. Jump right there, you can like bounce off that little slope. Luckily I got the elite down here on the turret, which just seems to be so much easier to get him to pull his sword out on. Give him one quick back smack and he gets off the turret and you have a sword.
Sergeant, I need you
Marine
on
was
that
in my
bird.
way.
My Pelicans are going to
I
start
can't remember
airlifting
how
armor and reinforcements
well this
into the
turned
city.
out.
They'll need an escort that isn't afraid of a little hostile ground fire.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So that turned out really good. I'm not amazing at sword flying, but I have gotten really good at like the sword cancels. And crouching over, like what you do is you sword lunge, like while you're in the air at an angle, you crouch to like pull your legs up, and then you press reload, which cancels your sword lunge, and it makes it so it can travel like an unlimited distance pretty much, and you just kind of fling yourself like that. So I've been getting pretty good at those. Glad to get that implemented into the run before
The carrier just launched
before
a
it was
wave
all
of
said and
pods. They're inbound on your position.
But I felt like I had a pretty good time on this level before, but as you can see down there in the bottom right, like I'm 21 seconds ahead of my
This
split.
tunnel links up to the bridge. It's full of rats.
So I'm moving to the level 21 seconds better than my PB, which was impressive.
I've
I'm
been
not
analyzing
entirely
the
sure where I
Tactical
saved so
Chapter.
much time. I guess it's that sword flight, but I don't think the sword flight got me
I don't think they
23
expected us to be
seconds.
here.
I don't know. Must have just tightened up movement or something.
All of us.
He kind of swerved a little bit in
Humanity
front of the
aren't
ghost, which was unfortunate. He
Odd,
lost me like
I
a second
know,
or
but
two.
it does help explain why they came here with such
But
a small fleet.
luckily, nothing crazy happened. I didn't randomly get in the passenger seat or randomly get the gunner out of the back.
slackers.
Didn't take any damage at the beginning right there, or very little. Same thing right there. Slowed down pretty drastically right there, but just wanted to be safe and make the round. You just have to kind of drive and pray through these areas. Because you can get killed, for sure. I cannot get a run where that warthog does not hit me. I swear, I've ran it like 100 times and I get hit by the warthog every time. Got really low right there, was kind of scared. Luckily, it turned out alright. Luck plays a factor in this game, for sure. I got a little bit of a recording glitch
The
there.
Covenant must be trying to get the route. Don't let them.
You go up on the right side right here, the elevated side, because... what are these called? They're not specters, they're... Can't remember what they're called. But they will target your gunner instead of you. And that's why you want him on there with you the entire time. And you just stay on the elevated part, and as soon as you get a little ramp to get yourself off, you definitely want to hop down. The last section of this level is really scary because you can die really easily. Especially right when you get to this little arch right here in the vehicle, right here. You just always end up dying right there, unless you get kind of lucky, which I did, thankfully. So that was Outskirts with a 423. Very good time. Very good time. It ended up being like number... I don't know. It was really high on the leaderboards. Like on the Master Chief Collection leaderboards for speedrun. Like number 200 or something like that.
Shotgun.
A few of these levels I really optimized. Like big time. This one isn't one that I optimized like super fine. I had a couple mess ups here and there.
Move up, Marines.
Especially at the end, getting on the Scarab.
Heads up.
But still was a good run though. So you want to take both Marines with you on the truck, on the Warthog, because you're going to hit this tunnel section up here, and anybody that's familiar with Halo 2 knows about this tunnel section. It's, on Legendary at least, it is nightmarish. And actually, I didn't know about
That's quite
taking
a
the
welcome
Warthog
party.
in here and actually going clean through the tunnels until just recently. And I guess a better way to put it would be that I didn't know how easy it was, because I suppose I had seen it in records. Anyway, this is the tunnel part right here. You gotta be really careful when you go into the tunnel, because if you bump that left wall, like right there, right beside the jackals or whatever, for some reason, like it seems if you bump that left wall, your Marines will get out of the Warthog. Sometimes you don't bump it, and sometimes they still get out. Maybe if you lose too much speed or something, I'm not entirely sure, but they tend to get out on me a lot, and I don't know. I eventually figured out if you don't touch that wall right there, then it works a whole lot better. Probability of them getting out is a lot lower. Still wasn't super polished up on this on this level. Whenever you saw, I thought about the restart right there. Glad I didn't, because it turned out to be a pretty good run. Because this is an incredibly hard level. You have to do everything just right. I was taking the wrong route right here. I know better now. But I still never ended up bettering this time. Because I didn't like grinding this level too hard. It was really difficult. It was really annoying to drive like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, like at the very beginning or whatever. Having to worry about your Marines getting in the vehicle. It was an annoying level to grind. Not that I didn't try though. I definitely did try. So back there, you want to wait for a checkpoint because this part is hard.
Concentrate on the race.
You want to get out of your Warthog a little bit earlier than that, and like use the momentum of you sliding, like to jump and like land on top of the wraith. You don't want to get too close to the wraith. You don't want to be too far away from it. Like you want to be in that sweet spot in the middle, and then jump out. I should have thrown a couple more nades. Like I think it takes 2 nades to blow them out. I should have thrown more nades to go faster. So luckily I had the gunners, the Marine gunners, like on the Warthog back there. They were helping me, which is a big help. See, as you can tell, the wraith is dead. I didn't even notice. Oh man, I'm so much cleaner at this part now, but I just could not put a run together to put it all together and make an actual good run. But regardless, though, it definitely was a good run. That part is really hard. You can get sniped by sniper jackals as you're driving in, and you know, this and that. So right here, you have to do a grenade jump up to the antenna, and it's annoying sometimes, especially on mouse and keyboard, where you can't like fine-tune your movements. You have to just kind of tap, you know, a direction that you want to like influence yourself, and it's a lot harder than having an analog stick. So I messed up the jump right there. It's unfortunate, but that was actually the first time I'd ever tried.
Sir, Corporal Perez,
the little angle thing.
The lieutenant got hit as soon as we dropped in.
Who's in charge now, Corporal?
Sergeant Banks, ma'am.
But I think I ended up getting on this try though. And it's pretty sketchy too. I bounce pretty hard. It's hard to make it up this gear. Do the grenade jump. Land on the antenna. Sometimes the grenade will also like push the antenna off and like make it lean over, and it's really annoying.
I don't think it's stopping. Sit your head down.
Yeah, that was insane. Totally on purpose, for sure. So I was kind of freaking out right here because I did not expect myself to make that. And so I forgot that you had to go on that little arch like I did right there. You have to hop on that little white arch and you'll get a checkpoint if you're standing there. I did get the checkpoint, and then I remembered that I had to go in there and load the enemies in. Shot a rocket kind of prematurely. Didn't really know exactly how to play this part because, like I said, it's literally the first time I had done this. So I reload right here, kind of know a little bit better what I'm doing. Maybe a little bit. I'm kind of freaking out here. But I have a good idea though. Wait for him to spawn, and then give him a grenade toss. Delay him just a little bit. Get down in there, poke your head through. Pretty cool thing if you like just poke your head through, you can shoot through the front of the scarab. And you actually only have to kill these 3 elites right here, the captains, the ultra, and the other 2 red ones, to end the level. You don't have to kill the rest of them. Usually a ton more spawn if you let them. Took me a while to get him down, but like I said, my first go around, so didn't optimize that very much. Still ended up being a really great time, 6 minutes 43 seconds on Metropolis. I was blown away like whenever I did this. I was like, I cannot believe I just did it that fast. Definitely could get it a lot lower though if I grinded it out. but definitely satisfactory for the Monopolized run, for sure.
We are the arm of the prophets, Arbiter. And you
Alright, so the Arbiter.
silent and swift, and we shall
The Arbiter gave me a lot of problems. It's just weird. Yeah, you guys like that straight MLG 360 no scope on my entire team. You kill your allies right there because it instantly opens the door and skips dialogue. It skips like 40 seconds of dialogue or something like that. It skips a lot. So right here, this room is usually really intimidating on Legendary, but you just active camo, literally run forward. You don't even have to press anything else. You just run forward, active camo, and you can run all the way to the end of the hole, and no more enemies spawn. So right here, I'm gonna press the gate. I mean the elevator button on the back side of the wall, and that activates the elevator quicker, so I can just drop down onto it. Trying to sword fly right there, even with me running this at probably like, 5,000 frames per second or whatever, couldn't get it to work. Can never get it to work at this frame rate. You can't, the Sentinels are so hard to hit. Sniper rifle. If you know, you know. So you drop down right there. Usually this room is flooded with enemies. Oh, and by the way, guys, a couple of these videos, my friends are in the background on Discord call.
What?
And I had to have company to keep me sane during these runs. So I really apologize about that. Hopefully it's not too distracting when they talk about Rust and driving around in submarines and naked people taking their submarines hostage. Anyway, back to the Arbiter. So once you clear out the room right there, once the Phantom comes in, you can hide back there, and you clear the room. They'll be a lot more focused on the Phantom than they are on you. So you can clear out the room, and then these fuel rod grunts spawn. So you want to take a fuel rod. I waited for this guy to come out right here. Try to ninja the sword guy, but that works too. I just beat him over the head. That guy sucks right there. He's just in a really awkward spot sometimes. So is the guy at the end of the tunnel, but thankfully they aggroed onto me up top and they all left, which is rare. You can take this box right here, push it over, hide behind it until you get your camo back. Yeah, I was about to say. It's practically impossible to go through that room if you're just trying to run through it without doing this. This is a better placement of the box, and then you active camo, you make this jump right here. It's not near as hard as it looks, you literally just jump and hold forward. May have to let go forward a little bit, but not much. So, you can run past that guy right there, like because he's in his patrol thing, he's kind of caught in it. Active camo kind of right there. And I just risked it for the biscuit, just hit that guy, and this is absolutely not how you're supposed to do this. This is the reason that I picked up the fuel rod. So it was pointless for me to even pick up the fuel rod. But normally right there, you're supposed to kill that pack of grunts with a fuel rod. It's much easier, and I should have died right there, but we pulled it out. So these guys are pretty annoying. My stickies usually go clean through them for some reason, I swear.
Deal with him, my brothers. I will defend the Oracle.
Just messing around right there, but I forgot about that guy. Waited to see which door was opening. That door opened. It could be either side, which is really lame. Because of stuff like that. And it was a decent revert, but definitely a hard room.
Deal with him, my brother. I will defend the Oracle.
I got really lucky right there. Oh, no I didn't. Okay, third time's the
Deal with
charm.
my brothers. I will defend the Oracle.
Like I said, I had a lot of trouble with Arbiter, and some levels I grinded out a little bit harder than others. Yeah, that's 1 for 3 on the door guesses right there. And I knew these heretic elites were going to be in here, but if you get close enough to them, they try to melee, they can't do anything to you. I don't think their melees do any damage, which is nice. If they have a sword, it does, but if they have a gun, then it doesn't do any damage. It's weird. There's a sick Banshee trick you can do right here to do some like sideways flying, which is really cool, but I've never bothered to look up how to do it. So you just drop right here and drop inside, and that's the end of the level. And you're right there, perfectly placed at the beginning of the Oracle. So 5:55 time on Arbiter. Not bad. Not insane, but not bad at all. Oracle's fun. So I killed my ally right there because it skips dialogue at the hologram, the heretic leader hologram. Kill the flood bodies right here. Switch your plasma rifle, grab the sentinel beam because it's better for killing the popcorn flood.
What happened here?
Oracle was pretty fun to run. The only hamper was the elevator, which is like a 3.5 minute elevator.
Prophets would send to silence me. An arbiter, unflattering.
So as soon as the heretic leader's hologram pops up, their attention is going to be paid on him, and you can actually kill the other grunt. Because normally they would go hostile against you, the elites would, if you killed them before them. So you killed the popcorn flood up here. Check the vents, check below you. Kill one last little bit. Hit your active camo right here. You don't have to, but helps a little bit. And you walk over here and put yourself in a safe zone, or in a safe spot. It kind of glitches your head into the wall, makes it so you are completely invisible to the enemies. So that's pretty cool, because the elevator is pretty hard. But I'm probably going to skip a little bit ahead on this part. Okay, so we'll skip ahead to where we're at about 5 minutes right there. And at about 5 minutes, that's whenever you can drop down. I'll wait for it a little bit. You drop down right there, drop down right there. I cannot tell you how many times I dropped down on the edge of that corner and got like launched off of the corner of the ledge after 5 minutes of literally doing nothing and then just losing my run to falling off the ledge. But you come in here, you stick the flood bodies, you stick a couple of the elite, the elite and the grunts, birds. Kill the balloon flood, sword the big flood. As soon as all of the balloon flood are dead, these heretics are going to spawn up here. And see, like I said, their melees actually don't do anything to you, so you're free to get right up in their face. As a matter of fact, get right up in their face. It's the safest place to be. Gotta finish off these flood in here. And once you finish off this wave of flood, it starts a 1 minute timer, I believe. And then the doors will open down here, and you can level. careful right here. They all decided to drop down at once. I had a hard time telling how many I had to kill. In what scenario, in this situation, whatever. So I mostly just picked up a carbine and just popped them all in the head as I went, just to be safe, you know. And you need to be down here too to like trigger a lot of the things that happen. So a little bit safer to stay on here.
I hope it is, buddy.
Oh yeah, I remember. That's the reason that he said that. I hope it is, buddy, because I was like, I think this is the run. My Oracle run. But yeah, I was pretty ahead on my split, so I was feeling pretty good about it. So you came up past these guys, you usually stick them. I didn't do a great job right here, but I got kind of lucky. They kind of all exploded. This guy was left. Carboned him down, not too bad. Thought maybe the elevator would activate. I mean, the thing would activate anyway, like because he was outside the door, but he was a little bit too close to it, so I went and finished him off. It's the last bit of my sword, though. I think I pick up another one.
Leader, the storm is about to hit. We cannot maintain our position. Bring the phantoms close
Oh,
to
you
the
did.
mine. You're not leaving until the leader
Just
of the
think you did.
So it's better to take the left pathway right here, because it's a little less crowded. In the words of Random Bandana.
The flood have spread throughout the station. We don't have enough troops to manage such a large infestation. Find the leader of these heretics. Kill him now.
You get your invisibility back right here. Invisibility past that last pack as well, by the way. Get your invisibility back, go back past those guys. They won't follow you inside, so you can just go past them even if they see you. Got lasered to death by a sentinel. I was kind of upset about that. But I had a good checkpoint though, so finish off the rest of them. Sentinel finished off the flood while I finished off it.
Warriors, return to the landing zone.
I think I have a tragic death right up here. It kind of sucks, but it's not a big deal. So you jump up there, jump there. Active camo. Usually the flood don't follow you that far, or at least they get in a fight with a sentinel or something, but I kind of got unlucky right there. I should have just turned around and carbined it. But we get it this time. We're up. Finish off the sentinels a little bit better. Activate the elevator. Activate it again. And then we do the elevator glitch. And it super bounces you straight up. Load in. And you fly up. You land good. And you're now invincible. And that is the elevator glitch. Super cool. It's a really nice reward for running the rest of the level. You know, even though this level isn't the hardest level in the world, but it feels nice to just be invincible and not have to worry about anything on Legendary Halo 2. And it's super cool too. You have to wait for the dialogue to cut both the second and third chord. So he says that, and then it takes like a second or two, and then you're good. You can smack any side of it, so I smack the side of it. You keep meleeing right here to delay a checkpoint. And then as soon as you hear, listen, that sound right there in the soundtrack, then you, or in the sound effects, you hop off. Keep meleeing, and then you're good. Now, it's going to mess up your gravity. Now, it may be a little, it may be a lot. Mine was a really lot right here. Normally isn't that much, but I have had it a couple, have had it happen a couple times. So you know, it's unruly. Yeah, I'm just slowly floating my way down, and I even do some absolutely bogus stuff right here. I was trying to go for the gold, but luckily this did work out too. I just floated clean across the middle. But you are invincible during all of this, so it's not too bad. So your gravity go back to normal after this. Follow the Banshee over here. In my last PB, I almost got killed by a piece of debris flying up, but you can get killed by it, so it won't help. You're still invincible though, which is really cool. You carry it throughout the level. Which makes this part much easier. Because normally it's pretty difficult. Not exactly this part, but the boss at the end, the heretic leader, is really difficult if you're not invincible. Honestly, like if you know the strat for him, then you can mess him up pretty hard. But if you don't know the strat, you're just trying to play casually. Boy, it's rough on Legendary. And then I think I messed up a sword fly right here. Yeah. I got caught up. Kind of messed up that one too. But almost to the boss. And what you do is you hop right up here on that, you hop up on the ship, and usually you could wait a second, he'll come a little bit closer to you, but I didn't right there. So I had to chase him down a bit. Picked up dual needlers, and then you can needler him whenever his dialogue is finished. But the thing is, on Master Chief Collection, his dialogue is really quiet, so you can't hear it very well. So the cues are a little bit off, and like I'm a little bit off on when I shoot him, but luckily it all works out. Yeah, see, I almost messed up. He almost came out of the pipe right there. But I ended up getting him, but I did run out of Needler ammo, so I went ahead and started shooting him to get his shields down right here. So whenever he did become vulnerable, I'd be able to headshot him. And I had enough ammo, and I couldn't hear his dialogue, so I just went ahead and kept going. And there it was, there was the headshot symbol. So that was the Oracle. And 1428. Not bad. Improved my PB by a minute and a half on that one.
Damn.
Sir, we got a neutralize
That was
those
perfect
turrets.
timing. That was weird. Okay, so Delta Halo. Delta Halo is really fun. I am again playing with skulls on this one. The boom, the pinata, Sputnik, and the feather skull. So let me explain what those do. Sputnik like displaces gravity a little bit on objects, including yourself. So that makes you fly a little bit higher from like explosions and stuff like that. And feather really displaces stuff, so that makes you fly like with explosions. And boom makes explosions twice as big. And yeah, so those are the grenade skulls. And then there's also Pinata as well, but that one doesn't really affect like the physics or anything. It's just whenever you hit enemies with melee attacks, they drop grenades. And it's just useful whenever you're playing with the grenade stuff on, because you're probably wanting grenades if you're playing with the grenade stuff on. So I use those skulls for a lot of things, for a lot of levels. Or for at least a few different levels.
For the moment.
To do some pretty cool strats. So those are fun.
Easier said than done.
Right here, you're getting out of bounds. You have to hit a loading zone at the very beginning there. I don't know if you noticed me walk past the bush and then walk backwards and then go back up the mountain. That was because I was hitting the loading zone. Right here, you usually don't get killed right there, but you got to be careful. You can't destroy the other ghosts because like you have on the skulls, and you do way too much firepower, so you can't shoot the rocket. Right here, I'm also hitting another load trigger, which I banged myself in the wall right there. But you hit a load trigger right there, and then you do a little mountain climb. Most people that are familiar with old classic Halo 2 know about the old Halo vacations. Out of the map. You can go out of the map like everywhere on Halo. Like everything you see right there is traversable. Like you could go to practically anything you see in Halo 2. It's really cool. There are very few borders keeping you outside of the map. Outside of the map. Or inside the outside of the map. So right here, you want to be kind of careful so you don't die going down the hill. But the reason I'm going down this hill is because I'm tapping that wall to get a checkpoint, which is also another load trigger. Checkpoint for reassurance. And then you climb back up the same way you came. And you're not supposed to boost down this hill, by the way. You'll slam into the ground and kill yourself. But you climb back up the wall right here. You get yourself on this slope, and then it's a pretty specific like path you kind of need to take. But you kind of, if you see the pillars on the left right there, you kind of want to like be a tiny bit above them, tiny bit even with them, and then run straight into that tree that I just saw. And you won't hit this kill plane. There's like a weird kill plane or like a fall timer or something right there. Something kills you like if you don't hit it just right, and it's kind of difficult. But you ramp over here. I'm having trouble getting my ghost up right here, but you ramp over here, and where the textures meet right here, where they're split, you back your ghost off of that, and it looks scary at first, but it's not too bad. You just back your ghost off of that. You hear the waterfall, and you'll get to off the rock through the bush and out of the jackal, and oh yeah, this was unfortunate. And you'll get that chapter prompt, and then you'll know that you've hit the load zone because you need to hit that load zone for the rest of the level to load. Jump down here, everything will load in. You can kind of take your ghost down here. There's two sniper jackals up top right there, so you gotta watch out for those. Do a sick 360. And then I have my skulls on, so I have to be really careful with rockets. They absolutely explode so hard. And then also stuff like that can happen with the skulls on. But that's okay. I was unlucky. I got the other guards that spawned up top as well. But I finished them off right there. And oh, there was one hiding. That's unfortunate. And yeah, we beat Delta Halo in under 5 minutes. Really cool. So here we go, the one that everyone's been waiting for. I already know it, or you should have been. Is regretting. So that's a strategy of my own. I mean, I'm sure maybe other people have done it before, but I came up with it on my own. I didn't see it anywhere, and it gets you to the gondola and gets it moving in 11 seconds, which is really cool. And there's a lot of talking in the background on this one, guys. I'm really sorry about that.
They won't let me.
I'll try not to talk at the same time they are.
There it is. Now it won't let me swap seats. Does it need to be pushed?
There's a guy in there. There's somebody in here.
Oh,
Are
yeah,
you for real?
Yep.
The naked that jumped in their submarine on Rust and wouldn't get out. But okay, so you melee repeatedly right there to get the Phantom despawn.
Covenant's getting nosy. I don't want to give
And once
away
the
my
Phantom
position, so I'm
despawns, then you can
rerouting a
ride
few
this
stragglers
gondola all
back
the way
home.
over.
Dude, how do we get him out?
I apologize.
I don't know.
These Pelicans are all the support you're gonna get.
Oh my god, dude. You've got
Understood, ma'am.
fucking kidding.
If you hit the activation switch, it should drive
Enemies
itself.
will spawn on the other gondola, but as long as you stay underneath,
He's probably
won't
waiting
notice
for his
you.
buddies. They're gonna come and fucking wreck our ass.
It also despawns the enemies over here, the grunt turrets and the sniper jackals. Also do another variation without swordfly right here. with grenade jumps.
Yeah, he's in the fucking submarine, dude.
That is pretty cool. I think you guys will like it.
A gondola is launching from the far towers. Big surprise.
tried
It's
to hit
full
me,
of
but he
Covenant
can't.
reinforcements.
What the fuck are y'all doing in there? It sounds like you're whacking off.
Spamming the swap seats button.
And yeah, you land up there.
I say we just shoot
You
it.
can skip the load. Watch the elevator go down right there.
He's making
Fuel rod the
headshot
jackals.
noise, it's not killing him.
And stay up there because it
We're gonna end up
despawns
blowing up
the
the
bugs
fucking sub.
There's a submerged
when you kill the
There-
jackals.
oh, he came out. He came out for a second.
Looks like we're going down.
Grab these
Unless you
plasmas.
prefer to swim.
As soon as you hear Cortana say that, unless you prefer to
That
swim,
was
you can
it.
throw a
That
plasma
was
down
our one
there and
chance,
it will
I think.
actually go through the roof of the elevator and kill the 3 jackals that are coming up. So that saves a little bit of time, a couple seconds.
He's
Pretty
talking
cool.
in chat.
Help, they are shooting me. Oh god. That fucking big ass base over there, they're gonna fucking come, and they're gonna fucking come with fucking some crazy shit.
Nope.
He had said help, they are shooting. What a fucking
I've
cunt,
intercepted
dude.
a secret
Damn it.
transmission from Regret's carrier to something called High Charity. It seems to be a formal apology to the prophets of truth and mercy. Apparently, Regret
just
jumped the
right.
gun when he attacked
3 of a
Earth.
kind.
He's
Hey, if
asking
he
the other
comes out,
prophets
dude, you don't need to be
forgive
standing
his
right there, because I wanna
premature
fucking
arrival,
fire away.
arguing that
You can't
no
hurt me,
human
so if he
presence
comes
was
out, you-
foretold.
Oh,
That
that's
explains
right,
why
I
there
can't
were so
hurt you.
few
Perfect.
ships in his fleet. But it's odd a prophet
shoot
would
him
have
through the
such
glass?
bad intel about his enemy's homeworld.
I did, I hit him, I think.
It's making noises for me too, but it won't
It
actually
says
hit.
combat blocked, so I must have hit him.
Yeah, it said it for me too.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so I take the fuel rod with me because it's a heavy weapon, and it will actually scare grunts and jackals. Like, if you walk close to them, they'll, like, flee and drop their weapons, which is really, really useful. So you
Son
walk
of a
as far as you can
bitch,
right here
dude.
without
Somebody's
waking them
gonna come. There's another huge ass compound on the fucking right side of us too.
If he gets out, blast him.
up. This next room is really intimidating, but if you take the exact route that I take, then everything will be fine.
An enemy.
See, you can see the jackal dropped his beam rifle right there. These hunters, I just walk straight at them and then just hold right. Like, you know, forward and right or whatever, and
Do you
they
want to?
just miss me. Right here, you want to jump down here so you get a
393,
checkpoint.
let's see.
I don't think I get a checkpoint, and I just go for it anyway. Don't do that. Wait for your checkpoint.
Oh, that does a lot. That does a lot. TVs do a lot.
Alright. We're breaking it then?
Yep.
Got a quick headshot on him. Kind of lucky. Pick up his sword. Replace it for the fuel rod. It's gonna help in the regret fight. Another elevator section.
God. Much noise, dude. He moved up to the front.
Regret's carrier
did?
just received a response.
okay.
Okay. End of the elevator section. Next part's kind of intimidating.
Did he die?
Yep, he's dead.
Without certain sword tricks.
Fucking cunt, dude.
But if you plan on trying to do the Monopolized achievement, I believe in you. I believe.
He said I died. What a fucking little bitch.
Jump up right there.
So we swimming? We
I got
swimming
really
all the way to
lucky.
the...
No, I didn't.
Yep, we are.
I think that's the only mess up in this regret
And I
run.
have no. That's a sub. Let's do air sub.
Is that sub?
Yep.
No way.
Jump down here,
Do
and
we
I'm
have
It's a
gonna,
fuel?
one man, I think. It's a one
gonna
man.
juggle both my sword and the
I'll
rocket
give you the
launcher
shit
onto
and you can take it.
the
You have
lift.
fuel, right?
Yes,
Grab some
I
more
do.
rocket rounds.
Yep.
Start the
Okay,
gondola.
I'll drop the scrap for you and you
How's
can
it
take
going,
it.
you two? So far, so
And then I
good.
can teleport
We're
back.
approaching the main temple now. Roger that. I'm as close to the library as I can get. There's some sort
We're
of
going
barrier.
so we don't make
Oh, there we
Trying to
go.
find
I
a
can
way
just
around it.
turn down the volume.
I'll
That
keep you
helps a lot. So those banshees with the skulls on are gonna get launched really far away.
I'd rather burn.
But you can actually get off two lock-ons
This is a two-man-
before they
this is a
fly
two-man
off,
sub.
and chances are the second rocket will
It's
hit the
almost
other
busted,
one.
but
Like
it's
will
not.
hit the banshee eventually.
Yo.
Takes a second or whatever, but it will hit it. You can tell with a double kill medal up in your
I
you
just
know
want to get
on your
away from this
medals
fucking huge base, dude.
feed.
Dude.
Shoot the rockets in here. It's another
Try.
place that boom helps a lot.
Fucking swim.
And the
Hey,
crazy
you know I'm in
skulls, the grenade skulls.
You can fucking get me out.
Alright, let's go. It had fucking 35 fuel in it, dude. Let's go.
Help is good. Yeah, dude. All right. Well, that's 300 scrap. We don't have.
Luckily, I was able to do that pretty fast.
Nope. It's fucking.
Ideally, want to do it a
These
little bit
fucking
faster
subs.
before they can even get the fuel rod shots off at you, but ended up not hurting me in the end.
Got a fucking circle of toxicity.
He's another
That
little,
fucking
cool little grenade jump right here
naked
to,
ass bitch fucking caused us all that problem.
Yep. Maybe it's good to have a one man and a two man.
To,
fucking, you know,
skip a little bit of a pack
I don't
right
know.
there
I
at
don't even know
the
how we
front of
would go
Regret.
about that.
Do sub base.
I got unlucky and
Like
didn't
I
kill
said,
either of the banshees, but they're not a problem.
He's still talking.
They never
shit.
flew too close.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna. I said, what a loser. That's all I'm gonna give it.
Put my BR on my
He said
sword.
fucking, I was like, yeah, I'll literally give you 200.
Want
scrap.
that gate to come down right there. It makes this grenade jump a
Like,
little
you're gonna
bit
kill me.
easier. You can do it without it, but
I'm gonna kill
makes it a
you,
little bit
like-
easier if you come in from this angle.
And he was like, no, I was like, I'm gonna kill you if you don't. Is what
Land
I
up
said.
here,
And he said, you're
fall
gonna
down
have
right
to kill me.
there, go
Yeah,
through
I
the
sat there for a
door,
second,
initiate
and
the
I said,
load,
okay. And then we
and
started PB. And
here we go.
And he was like,
It's time
oh,
for
fuck,
regret.
please do not kill me.
It makes his beam a little bit scary whenever you have the skulls on, because it pushes you around a bit.
Fucking fun.
We
There's
had
the
a
target.
complete
Take him out.
full health submarine.
But it's not too bad. You can kind of strafe pretty far,
Absolutely destroyed.
or pretty hard on it. Gotta be really careful. We don't want any plasma rifle
I
elite
have,
spawning. That's why we're not killing any
50
enemies.
routes left.
Well, at least we could have.
That was unlucky right there. I missed my board. You have to hold E, or hold your action button to board him, and you want to sword him and then board him.
It was just like literally.
Give him the old sword and board.
If
But
we
it
find
makes it so
so-
he disappears quicker whenever you hit him. See, like I hit him once or twice right there, and then I instantly fall off of him. It's because I sword him first. It's pretty nice. I accidentally dropped my sword right here. Could have done the grenade method, but a little nervous. Was really unlucky with that teleport right there. And as you can see, I'm just like transitioning back and forth between like the upper levels and the lower levels. So like the sword elites and the grunt just keep chasing me back and forth. Lucky to get through his beam right there. If you board him, like as soon as you start to board him, you're like invincible. So you can kind of use that to your advantage.
I was thinking like if a team of 3 guys like shot at us with like.
Got a pretty good teleport right there. Was able to hop on him, and
Still escape.
he needs one more. Kind of a slow regret fight, but not bad though. First try is not bad at all. First try regret fight is never bad, honestly.
This man was just sitting there. He
As you can see, I got lucky with all the sword guys as well, so it's all around lucky run. I should not have been throwing grenades right there. I know better, but
Little bitch, man.
with my luck, I should have been absolutely splattered by one of those.
Guarantee he's 7 years old.
So 11:39.
Just terrorized him.
Not a bad regret time at all. At all. Okay, I can turn the volume back up now, I think. So this is Sacred Icon. And Sacred Icon was a level that I grinded, and I did my own way. Got a really, really good time on Sacred Icon. It was like number 140 or something on the leaderboards on the speedrun for solo legendary. It was a really good time. But you want to take double plasma rifles right here, so you can hit the doors a little bit faster. You'll see the little seals that I'm shooting on the doors. They open up those seals, and they get destroyed by plasma rifles, especially dual ones. And also we're gonna need it for releasing these latches here in a second, like a little mini boss encounter. But we absolutely destroy it. So this time was, like I said, really, really good. Really proud of it. I used a cool strat at the end with the skulls, with the grenade jumps, which skips over some flood, and it was a really nice skip to have in my back pocket. So we gotta overload the locks, miss the first one, didn't finish it all, and then finish off the rest of them. And then I drop down just for a second, I go active camo, and then I hit that button. And once I hit that button, this big guy and all the sentinels will automatically explode because they figure that you've already kind of, you know, did your fighting. So if you do it fast, makes it easy. Very easy. I kind of bounced right there. I just keep bouncing. I wasn't sure what was going on. Want to do a cool jump. You can see me thinking about it. I can't help but go for the swag straps. Wait, is that Brute?
Our path to the library
Blinking?
is clear. I'll pick you up on the meds ahead.
Ugh. Yeah, right here you got another little mini boss encounter. It's another one of those things. The big sentinels, big chunguses of sentinels. So you wait a couple seconds right there because he's normally invulnerable. Then you get some shots in on his little pincer, and then you shoot his other pincer. Phantom should shoot a little bit with you. You do a jump, and then kind of lead your grenades. You can kind of get a good grenade. I got really unlucky right there. Those grenades phased through him practically, but put 2 grenades into him after you've done his pincers, and it should be enough to get him down. Active camo whenever these guys come out. They come out whenever you kill the big guy, and don't fall like I did. Just wait for it to go up and jump from there, because you don't normally live that. So we got another seal right there. I was slow on the draw, my plasma rifle, so I lost like half a second right there. Active camo past these flood because they're annoying. They usually come back and still see you though. Grab a couple of nades right there because we're gonna need them for the nade jumps.
Suppressive fire! Suppressive fire!
Shotgun flood right there. Decided not to risk it, and just as soon as I got behind cover, I hit my active camo. It's a little bit earlier than what I wanted to, but that's fine. I got pretty lucky right there. I don't know how one of those fell. Maybe they got shot by an enemy or something. I was out of shield, and if you guys don't know, the popcorn flood, little popcorn flood, they'll kill you in one hit, no matter what, if you have no shield. So they're kind of scary. So I was lucky to get away right there. Run around, another seal that I have to open. This room is really intimidating, but if you just go as fast as you can, as soon as you go drop through that seal, nothing will see you. You're gonna have to bump into something or like shoot for them to notice you. And this, I know that was bad timing. They saw me, but first off, at that point, it doesn't even matter if they do see you, and second off, they usually don't see you by that point. But if you want to be safe, though, you can use an active camo. It's not gonna hurt anything. I use active camo right there because, like, I don't know why I get, like, especially screwed over right there. And yes, in, like, a top 150 run, I almost went the wrong way right there. Like, I looked to the left because I thought I was right here, but I wasn't. In my defense, everything looks the same. Luckily, I caught it in time. I kept my momentum going and didn't lose too much time. Still a second behind in my PB on this split, but I'll make up for it big time at the end. If you hold crouch right here on these ventilation shafts, you'll go faster. You don't want to go too fast, like you can kill yourself, I think. At least in Classic Halo 2 you could. I'm not entirely sure if you can in Master Chief Collection. I'm sure you can. This room's sketchy for me. I've heard other speedrunners say that they like have never died at that part, but I'm calling BS on that because I like this part right here. It looks like you're going warp speed. I mean, you are going warp speed, but it also looks like you're going warp speed. Hit a nice little jump right there. Maybe get smacked by the door, I don't know. The door will splatter you, by the way, if you get there too early. So this is my sick grenade jump to skip over the flood. Straight out of bounds, and then we're on the border right here. And I have to go into this cave right here to trigger a load zone, which spawn flood. But at least they don't spawn inside the cave like they do on the other side. If you come through normally. So as soon as I see them on my motion sensor right there, I instantly go to town. Almost got splattered by that thing because I know if I would have touched it, it would have splattered me.
Robert, what are you doing here?
There's Shipmaster. I think it's Shipmaster.
You must hold the
Yeah, I think it is. But so right here, you just have to survive wave after wave of flood, and you have to kill them as fast as you can. And there's just a myriad of things that can go wrong here. Like, and they always do for everybody. Like, flood get trapped places. They spawn in weird spots. It's just an all-around mess. They'll hide in places. You got to go looking for them. So you lose a lot of time on this section. But luckily, I had a really good run here. Worked out really well. So this guy was that was a. I'm missing something here. Or maybe not. Maybe not. They spawned. Trying to hit that guy in the head. I couldn't do it. He beat me to it with the sword. Got him. Didn't mean to slide that far. That's okay though. Go invisible because I feel like it helps like speed up the waves. I don't see many people talking about that, but I definitely would do that if I were you. Try to active camo right here. I just could not hit that guy's head, so I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna swerve. Same thing with this guy as well. Didn't know a safe place to get him, but I just YOLO'd it. Hit my camo because I thought maybe I was done with that wave. But lo and behold. I know it looked like it did spawn the next wave. That's good. Picked up a needler because I had no ammo in the carbine. Why not? Thought for sure I'd get that guy, but I didn't. I'm just going needler hero right here.
Well, Arbiter, I hope you're never.
And the balloon guys, I don't think they matter, like, in terms of the waves. Like, I think they just spawn in, like, without purpose. Or without, you know, meaning, I guess. In terms of the wave. So you just want to kill, like, the elite and humanoid blood.
Accident?
Alright, let's camoed. Was able to get the Phantom to spawn in. And you either have one more wave or they just pick you up. I guess you have a wave. Well, that was that. It was just one flip. It was a good time. Sub 10 minute. There's only like 100 something runs like on the leaderboards that are sub 10 minutes. So I was like super proud of that one. That one turned out really well.
I think I'm just gonna run the fucking roads, man.
It's another one
That's the fucking.
that they're talking in the background.
Just
Sorry
gonna
about that.
do it.
I don't think he talks in this one though. So. And you can't hear me talking either, like in the Discord, because I had my mic muted. I guess I should have.
They really don't. I think because they're very scared of them. Like I don't.
Here, I'll turn this down a little bit. You just want to take the ghost and just straight marathon it. This level is really straightforward. There's a sick little jump you can do right there to the right as you come out that door. But I opt out of it. I couldn't get it to work very consistently, and it was kind of annoying getting to that point and then just jumping off a ledge. I only wasted a couple seconds to go around.
That base has fucking expanded. Holy shit. I don't know if I'm gonna make it by that. Jesus Christ.
Take your ghost all the way through. Like I said, pretty self-explanatory. You gotta clip it in a weird way right there. You just kind of put the wing in
Fucking
first,
these guys.
and then you can kind of
Jesus, man.
you can kind of just slam it in. Right here, that jump's kind of hard to do. You're usually gonna flip.
I mean, I guess we could have.
And I didn't
got a
flip
fucking
there,
base.
but
we
you know
could
I had
have
the
a base
car
like that right
so
now.
I flipped right through.
I mean, we just fucking kept our smaller bases. Fucking, we already have AK.
And then I was just, it was unfortunate. I flipped again. Had a hard time on the ghost section right here. Still 31 seconds ahead of my PB though on this one, so I was feeling pretty good about it. I was like, are you kidding me, man? This piece of debris is gonna make me flip again. Go pretty fast right here. Smart move right there would be to camo and then get back on the ghost. Like get off the ghost camo, get back on the ghost, and then drive through. Gives you an extra second, but I just YOLO'd it. It worked. Trying to get the ghost through right here.
Dude, our first base is still
Couldn't really
there.
get it to go through, so I just said screw it and went with the backup strat. Hit my active camo right there so the Sentinels in the flood will fight, because there is a rocket launch in the flood
That's
right there,
wild.
so he probably would have
Yeah,
got
it's
me
still
on the
there.
ghost
They must
anyway,
still
so
be using it.
glad that I
Our
abandoned it.
submarine base.
And there's another ghost right there around the corner. So that's safety strat. You just kind of come around here, avoid all this, and just pray to God that you don't get ghost hogged.
We were talking about that last night. We ended up moving around the back
And
side.
luckily I didn't.
It was a good idea.
Thank you God.
I threw to Ethan the idea of moving because, and I'm glad we did, seeing these fucking bases right here. It moved around the back side of the island, out in the middle, and made a pretty awesome fucking submarine base, and we're just fucking
Driving ghost all the way through.
chilling back there. There's only one base on that island with us, and so it's pretty nice.
Okay, and this is another auto scroller. You go get in a safe spot up here, and nothing alerts to you.
Nice, that'd be good.
So you can just ride this elevator all the way through, and I'm gonna skip ahead a bit. Oh, look at all this flood though. Kind of reminded me of like I Am Legend. They're all just like sitting there. Anyway, you ride the elevator all the way through.
Run the road.
And also found that if you jump while you're up here, you get launched a little bit forward.
Make a
Like,
wide
and if you like jump
barn
and then jump again, you can kind of launch yourself
all the
forward,
way
which
to
is what I
Bandon.
did to get myself there a tiny bit faster.
Hurry, Arbiter! Get the icon!
Make your way around here. And the end level trigger's right over here. It's just a little walk. Not a bad level at all. Really simple. Just kind of mostly just getting the RNG on the vehicles at the beginning. So that was that.
You do it?
Quarantine zone. 8:22. Not a bad time at all.
Yeah, that is.
Fruit!
So next, you already know what it is. It's Gravemind. So let me give you some backstory on this.
They don't have shield generators, but take them out before...
Gravemind is incredibly hard. If you don't know a ton about Halo 2, then you don't know that Gravemind is like... Halo 2 is like the hardest in the series out of all the Halo games on Legendary. It's so unforgiving and incredibly hard. And Gravemind is the epitome of Halo 2's difficulty. And it does not disappoint. But right here at the beginning, you start out very hot. You instantly have to grab the needlers. You instantly have to go to work. But as soon as you kill those first 2 waves, you can get in this spot right here. You can cram yourself right there by that pedestal. And you can, it's a safe spot, and it'll skip a few waves of enemies. You run over here, you open that door, you fuck that grunt up. Fuck that grunt up. You jump up top. Give some needler shots to the brute shot brute. Luckily I got him on that one. Got the other brute. Put some more needlers in that grunt, and I think there's only 2 enemies left in the room. When there's only 2 enemies left in the room at this wave right here, carbon brutes will spawn up top with you, and it's random where they spawn. And they spawned over there for me, so I sent some flying over his way. And if you stay far enough back here, they won't notice you. Also, by the way, I'm playing with my grenade skulls on, and I'm also playing with one more
watch
thing.
Pokemon hentai.
I'm also playing with
yeah,
the enraged skull. I think
it still qualifies for that.
And the enraged skull makes it so
It still applies there.
When brutes enrage,
I got some sick skins. Dude,
they explode like frag grenades.
And
I thought it sounded crazy at first,
really
but it ended up
furnaces
helping a
and garage
lot.
doors and shit now.
Because with the Sputnik skull, it was really hard to hit the brutes
Got a cool
in the
fucking
head.
obsidian bow and a fucking badass little revolver and shit now.
That prophet, Truth, he has the index. You've got to take it from him.
Oh, I know what I'm missing.
Right now, I'm looking for more needler ammo
crosshair
or
run.
carbine ammo. And I just missed that carbine sitting on the
Here we
ground.
go. Business now.
I have no grenades, which kind of sucks. Picked up another needler though with some
Gets
ammo.
back. I want to show him, but he's fucking. I don't know what he's doing.
Gotta be really careful in this room. And another thing about Gravemind is it's definitely one of my absolute least optimized levels. Definitely gonna be some reverts here and there. But like I said, Gravemind is just absolutely, it almost crushed my soul. It was very, very hard to do fast. Now, Gravemind was the last level that I did, so I had like an hour and 30 minutes to do Gravemind, like to still get the Monopolized achievement or something like that. And so I could have easily done it in that time, but I wanted to get a good run for you guys, like so the compilation would be cool, or you know the run would just be cool. And I was about to give up, and I was about to just segment Gravemind and do the best checkpoints, which would have been cool, but at the same time, I guess it would have been a little less natural. So I wanted to show you guys like what my actual best time was, you know, like with me going in one segment. And this was seriously one of the last time I was going to try it. And I did try it, and turned out really great. But was very hard. So I hope you guys enjoy. I know it's not super pro, but it's pretty cool, and I have some pretty cool tricks in there, pretty cool grenade jumps and stuff that I do. Is the reason that I have the skulls on. I do prison skip with a brute shot, which is pretty cool. Kill the sniper jackal and the other jackal right there. I need to pick up his beam rifle. I don't know if I do or not. Yeah, I do. Okay.
Reinforce all approaches to the holy pillars. Slay the demon on sight.
That guy spawns right there, so you can just assassinate him. These jackals come through, and if they don't notice you, then they'll just like run on through. But they're ever vigilant, so you just gotta be damn sure that they get past you. Make sure it wasn't a jackal in that back corner back here. Finishing off these brutes with some carbine headshots. Those plant little pedestal things are lifesavers. You can shoot over them, but they can't shoot over you. They can't shoot over them. So.
Wait a minute. I'm reading Marine IFS transponders. The signals are originating somewhere below your position.
So the first few runs, I was able to get past this pack right here and get a checkpoint like after them, but for some reason, I was never able to do it again. That was a really good nade right there. Clear out pretty much the entire room. Got a checkpoint right there. I'm looking for a brute shot because I don't want to have to go in there and get one. It would be much simpler for me to just walk in there with one. But since I have the skulls on, they blasted, the weapons got blasted all over the place and I could not find a brute shot in there, so. I do go back and look a little bit for it though.
There's another lift in the next room.
So this skip is notorious. One, because it's so sought after, because the next area sucks so bad, and also two, because it's really hard. And I can pull off the normal prison skip, but I couldn't get it consistently, and also I lost out on a lot of cool grenade jumps at the end, since I'm not using sword flies and stuff like that. So I ended up playing it with the skulls on anyway. So I thought might as well just do the prison skip with the brute shot. Easier that way, and I already have the skulls on anyway, so why not? So you wait until you hit a load trigger. It'll say loading, and then you put it at an angle. Not too far down, not too far up, like a little bit of low eye level or whatever, and you boost yourself up. You need like 3 grenades to like boost yourself all the way up. Maybe you can do it with less, but it's kind of hard to do. Try to get a 6 sword fly right there to despawn the enemies, but it didn't. Unfortunately, it didn't despawn the enemies, but that's okay though. It was pretty fast still.
Dude, nice. That fucking. Scientists just dropped a green card for us.
The elites have failed to protect the prophets.
That's
And in
nasty.
so doing, with all our lives
Kind of waiting for a checkpoint right there. Didn't get
no
one,
warrior
so
forget his oath.
I YOLO'd it.
Vow and faith will keep us safe
Do not do that
whilst we find the path.
unless you absolutely have to.
I've got a fix on truth just outside the tower, Chief. There's an exit nearby. Hurry.
But the Sputnik skull and keep everything kind of stunned, which is kind of nice, but at the same time it turns them around so you can't see their head. Got a nice little stick on that elite right here. This is such an odd choice of music for Gravemind. Like Gravemind is like so dark and so serious or whatever, and then just
With my blessing, the brutes now lead our fleets.
But you want to take out the sniper jackal. He's in that little tower right there. You also want to take that one out across the way. I got really unlucky and got flung by the fuel rod cannon from the hunter, which you need to be really careful of when you have the skulls on. So I got blasted back here, and I tried to do something super cool and save it, and I really wish I would have hit it. But spoiler alert, I don't. But how cool would that have been? That would have been sick. So I get reverted back here, which kind of sucks. But I do a 6 sword fly off that hunter, which I was really proud of. And then I get sniped. So, welcome to Gravemind, boys. Trying to fly off of them, couldn't do it, but well. Kill that sniper. Just ignore the brute brutally beating you in the back of the head. And then die to the hunter again. Another 6 swordfly, you guys get to see it again. That's cool.
With my blessing, the brutes now lead our fleets. They ask for your
Hunter was conveniently dead this time for some reason. I guess that sniper that just missed me got him.
You wouldn't believe the number of kill systems the Covenant are
Luckily, the
throwing
sniper
down
missed me.
around. Not to worry, it's pretty sloppy stuff. I guess
Alright, that
it's more
brute usually
expected
spawns really close right there, but luckily he just was kind of far away.
And I'm hearing
Kind of bounce
reports
yourself
small
off of this right
arms fire
here.
throughout their fleet.
creatures
Pretty
of the
fun, pretty fun.
The path is broad and
So right here, when you go across, there's going to be a sniper jackal and then a pack of enemies to your left that are running towards you. I just throw a nade at a pack of enemies. Since they have the skulls on, they just fly all over the place. Kill the sniper jackal for sure. Nade them, because they'll get to you faster than it looks like. Jump up here. And just run across. You want to run across the next one too. Because when you get to this other side, these 2 jetpack elites spawn, and jetpack elites are absolutely devastating because they have dual plasma rifles. So you want to avoid those best you can. So you want to like hug the right side of this little middle railing that you're walking on and like crouch so they can't see you. And then just live it.
Rise, pack members! Cast down the elites!
there are those
This
who
next
say
room
this day
is
will
really
never
hard.
come. What a day.
And I got that 6 swordfly all the way over here, but fortunately I was a little bit hasty. That's okay though. It was 6 swordfly. The brute actually ended up screwing me over right there with the skull that makes him explode like a frag grenade whenever he enrages. Yeah, you can see how fast I reverted right there. I was like kind of mad. I got another 6 swordfly though, and it was able to despawn the jetpack leads in the that other high-ranking elite. I was able to grenade through here, learn my lesson a little bit better with that enraged brute. Waited for him to explode over there, and we live in. This next part, you want to go through the grab lift, not on top again. Nothing really in your way. Place your sword if that's what you have. You may have a beam rifle. Okay, there we go. So I go with a beam rifle and a carbine.
Great journey begins here.
I could have grenade jumped right there, but I decided not to. Actually, I think I might still because, because I lost that time right there. I said screw it. I'm glad I did. That was pretty cool. Okay, so the next area, there's gonna be 3 brutes with like with brute shots spawning up there, and since you have the skull on, the brute shots are really devastating to you because they're explosives. So like you want to take them out from a distance. Why I got a beam rifle, and you'll probably be able to see that right here. Yeah, you just gotta watch out for them. They'll fling you all over the place. Honestly, I got lucky surviving 2 shots. Just want to quickly get rid of them. I just kind of popped that guy since I have Sputnik on it, stunned him.
Hey. Yeah, I got some
Then
stuff
he
to show
enraged
you.
and he exploded.
Alright, got tied up and all kind of shit. Headed your way.
Alright, give me a minute to get ready.
Alright.
Alright, I'm ready.
Turn the volume down just a little bit again. So I have a pretty sick grenade fly that I have right here.
Gotta show you
You need to
this
kill that
skins.
sniper first though, because he's a problem. But you can kind of launch yourself out of that piece of rock right there like a cannon, and it completely despawns the enemies that are supposed to spawn right there, so that's sick.
You're gonna see a
Supposed to
couple
get
walk
behind
in.
that guy and assassinate him, but the flag fell over on me, the banner did. Was luckily able to get a sick no-scope on him.
So you just a few of them.
I decided to kill these grunts. I'm not
bought a
entirely
few
sure
of them
why
for sure.
I was doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I kinda
Shouldn't
I kinda
have messed with them,
went crazy
honestly.
a
Should have
little
just kept it going.
Yeah.
There you go. You get to see the replay of the sick nose go. We do it again.
Oh, you do,
Then
get to
finished
play
him
some
off,
missions
and then
too.
just said screw the grunts because they're fleeing anyway. So I had to go back for the carbine ammo right there, just to be safe.
Oh shit, dude! I wanted to
This
see
room
this
was
so
the
bad.
bane of my existence.
The low poly one. That's sick.
Sometimes.
That's so cool. And the fucking the ice cream one. That's a good one.
Tried to get through.
What the fuck?
Was hoping
Dude,
maybe the
this
jackals would
Walton
just
one
run
right
through, but
here
they
is
didn't.
one of my favorite ones.
I think this room kind of takes a second. So.
Yeah.
I changed the one. Oh, I forgot to show you my hammer as well. But give me just. Look at my box. Oh, I forgot to show you my.
But I
hammer
finally
as well.
clean out all the
Give me
enemies
just
in
a
the
second.
room because I wanted the checkpoint right here.
If we're going to catch
Because I wanted to do
take a
this.
shortcut
Yeah.
straight through the mausoleum.
Well,
I know, dude. I'm
if I would have
fucking
killed the
up
sniper
wall.
jackal, I'm pretty sure he does it to me again.
Vibing in this bitch.
Halo 2 Legendary, everybody.
Look at my box. Look at my little box now.
Alright, try to do a grenade fly right there because it actually despawns the hunter. This spawns at the end of the ramp, which is so
Alright, here's my
useful.
hammer though. Check out my hammer.
But I just kept getting really unlucky by getting spotted, getting carbine down. I decided to say screw shooting the sniper jackal and just use the element of surprise,
Yeah, dude.
and that
dug
worked a little
deep
bit
for that
better.
son of a bitch, dude.
which was lucky, but it did work.
But I also got some. Matter of fact, where is
You might
your
consider
shit
sitting this one
that I
out.
made you?
And then I really do actually sit this one out, and I let the brutes versus the elites. And luckily,
Let me get
luckily,
this
luckily,
here.
the
I'm gonna-
brutes
I'm
kill
gonna-
the
I'm
elites,
gonna
which is
dye your,
much better for me.
Your gear real
Because
quick.
one, they will fight the hunters that come in, and two,
I'm gonna dye my
they
other,
are much easier to kill.
my other
than the
thing
elites
that I
are.
got.
And then here's the breaking bitumen.
Oh yeah.
So,
you better be fucking
these hunters,
dead.
I
There you
think-
go.
Those are the ones that spawned, yeah, and then the brutes fought the hunters. I'm trying to get him to swing at me, but then I forgot more brutes spawned, so I ran him into the brutes, and that just happened to work out perfectly, so it all turned out pretty swell. Because this room can go
Oh yeah, I guess I could dye your pants.
probably a billion different ways besides this. So it was really cool that I had this run where the hunters fought the brutes and everything. And
With my new shit.
I was able to kind of pick everything off at a distance.
Here, do we have a hoodie in here at all?
I was just being safe because I
there
knew that
should've been
last
another
brute was enraging.
yeah,
It was a
dude.
really, really good
wanna
room
know what
run,
it is?
so I didn't want to
Yeah.
die. Got the checkpoint right here, and then I had a little trouble getting past these last elites, but then I just made up a shroud on the fly, which was pretty cool.
Wait, Chief.
Yeah, the lightweight. Hell yeah. Thank you, dude. Now we vibing.
I know, dude.
Hell yeah. I think we're ready. I think we have everything we need if you want to hit the fucking lab.
So right here was the point where I said, screw, go on the offensive.
I just went on
Decided
a,
to be
I went on a little
ingenuitive
small
instead.
run just a second ago, so I'm gonna make a couple.
I knew I had to get it
like
just
4
right,
wolves,
but I
man,
definitely
so, like, I
could
got a
do it.
bunch. I'm gonna make a bunch of wolf head dresses just to have.
That was it right there.
Gotcha.
And I got the boost from the carbine to get far enough away from
And
them.
I have like.
And there you go. There's Gravemind in 20 minutes. And as you can see, my PB before that was 2 hours and 20 minutes. So, and I'm sure anybody you ask would say the same. Uprising was really fun. I did a lot of experimenting with it. You're gonna see some really sick stuff that you may not have seen anywhere else if you have watched Halo 2 speedruns before. Like that. I feel like that was a little bit different. I've never seen it anywhere. I did it on my own. Other people may have done it, but I personally have never seen anybody do it. I just like kind of came up with that on my own. It's pretty cool. Ran for the carbine right here. Could have done a grenade fly right there as well, but decided to keep it simple. Simple and clean. Went behind that box right there, popped my camo. And then I'm also, you know, I'm obviously playing with all this, the boom boom skulls on. So I can do stuff like that. And then I tried to sword fly off his back, but then I just wrecked him, so whatever. Okay, that guy accidentally popped my camo on, so lost a little bit of time here, but use that time to clear out the room, make it a little bit safer for myself, and then my active camo comes back. Sneak past him. And if you're wondering why I don't have camo in every level, it's because some levels we play the Arbiter, which is, who is an elite, and he has active camo. And Master Chief has a flashlight, which is super lame compared to Arbiter's active camo. But yeah, on this level you play Arbiter, so you have active camo. So I fuel rod boost myself up there with the grenade skulls, and just skip everything. And this level is really cool because you can walk, for some reason, into this little black spot right here and crouch, and it initiates the end of the level. And that is not even close to the end of the level. That level is very long and very hard. So that's a nice little reprieve, like right after you get done with Gravemind. So plasma pistol, that energy sword right there. Oh, I guess I didn't cut out my previous attempt on that one. Okay, so round 2. So never mind. We're going to plasma grenade the flood and take a sword. Gonna sneak right over here. We're gonna hope to God that shotgun guy just takes care of the grunts and the brutes. Kind of have to stop right here, wait to see where the brutes are coming from. Just smash through 2 of them right there and just kind of dodge their brute shots since they kind of lag behind a little bit. Luckily, I've made it through that. That's the reason we picked up the rocket launcher at the beginning, is that room right there. That room is really unforgiving.
I'll disable this lift once you reach the top. That'll slow them
Beautiful.
down.
Hi, Charity. So right here, or whatever, we're gonna do some dank quick scoping.
Consume our holy city. Turn high charity from another of their riches. No enemy has ever withstood our might. The flood too shall fail.
I'll do what I can to slow the launch sequence. There's something besides the ship, a presence. Fighting back.
That part was always pretty fun with mouse and keyboard.
Formidable.
Pretty annoying too at the same time. Also, I'm not entirely sure why my recording of this is so dark. I was thinking that whenever I first watched this back. So sorry about that. And it gets even darker like on this level, so it's kind of hard to see at some points. Yeah, you just kind of run through those rooms and just pray to God that you can see. This room is kind of difficult. I hate how it's so dark. But you want to just kind of throw nades at that bird over there and just make sure he's like rolling. I don't know, just getting out of the way. Just make sure he's not shooting at you.
Creature, your deaths will be instantaneous, while we shall suffer the progress of infinitude.
High Charity ended up being a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, but it was still a fun level to run, for sure. And difficult, and you know, when I say easy, I don't mean easy, I mean easy in terms of like Halo 2 speedrunning easy, which is never easy. It's just relative.
Noble mercies at my side. These wise counsels are ever in my ear.
And yeah, I didn't do High Charity skip, but I will say that I was able to get it. I was able to get the flood and fly for those who don't know, High Charity skip is like an infinite skip in Halo 2. They skipped all of High Charity in like a minute and a half, or 2 minutes. And you get a flood at the very beginning, and you like push him off the edge, like, and he like rides on top of your head, and you melee cancel like repeatedly, and you can fly using that flood. And you and the flood fly all the way to the end of the trigger. And I was able to fly really far with him, and I was able to drop down like a little bit past the fog. But I was never able to get my trajectory just right on the second angle. It was really hard with mouse and keyboard. It was really awkward, but it was fun trying though. I wish I could have got it for you guys. It would have been super sick, but I gave it a valiant effort. I missed the skull right there. I usually grab the skull just for posterity's sake.
I knew the Covenant was good at repurposing Forerunner technology.
Okay, so this part is a little sketchy. I had a rough patch right here. Took me a couple tries, and I got a weird checkpoint right here with a weird amount of shield. So I ended up doing something different than what I wanted to. I wanted to sword cancel or sword fly through one of these, or sword cancel through one of these flood, but ended up not being able to, because they were in a weird position.
The ship isn't so much launching as it is disengaging, uncoupling itself from high charity.
So I took it kind of slow and made sure that I was going to end this level right.
That's all that matters.
But, you know, how Halo 2 goes. I didn't have a weapon to deal with that sniper jackal either, so like I just had to like rush at him with a sword and hope to God he didn't see me. And also not get carbine from across the way either.
Stopping truth, that's all that matters.
So it was a little bit difficult, but it ended up working out in the end. And not too bad. Not too bad. Pretty good time. 542. Proud Charity. Alright, and then the next one is The Great Journey, which is the 13th and final mission.
That blows, dude.
And really proud of my time on this one too.
Yeah, that blows.
As a matter of fact, I got that today as well, like the day of recording this video. And I'm just gonna brag on myself for just a second. I am 9 seconds behind Cryphon on the leaderboards on here, and I thought that was really cool. This one ended up being really good too. I ended up getting like a 140 as well, like on this one, like on the leaderboards for Legendary Halo 2 Solo. So my Great Journey went really well. So you drive over those rocks over there, you get some tanks to spawn, and you drop back behind these trees over here, and you're actually right outside the reload zone. So they'll deload, you can kind of see it off in the distance. But now you're safe to drive up to these doors here. And you want the Spectre to be safe, like this thing you're driving, the Covenant Warlock pretty much. You want it to stay safe, because you're going to come back for it later in the level. You're usually supposed to fly to the final spot, but we're going to take the Spectre. So I came up with this strat on my own. I'm sure other people have done it, or maybe there's a variation or something to get past this room, but I was fooling around and found a way to use my invincibility right there instead of having to fight those guys, or trying to fool with them. And then I run right over there, wait for my invisibility to pop back up, and then I use a little piece of cliff right there to hop over while I'm still kind of invisible, and then I stick one of those brutes and just hope to God I don't get killed or shot in the back, and it worked. So, kill that sniper jackal right there, hit your invisibility, jump off that, crouch jump to that, crouch or jump to this middle beam, finish off that bugger right there with the carbine. I need this beam rifle, no scope the bugger, and then we're on to the next room, boys. Next room is a prison. You got some hunter friends in there and a big nasty elite that's your homie that you can free. So I free the hunters, take out one of the brutes, free the elite, take out another one of the brutes, and then I just kind of run forward now that they're kind of taking their attention. Active camo right there because there's going to be a lot of brutes. They didn't run to the door, which kind of sucks. So I kind of bumped into them. But if you just keep going, they'll leave you alone. And you're good to go. You're on the last little balcony right here. Stick that one. Assassinate that one if you're not bad like me. Apparently I didn't stick that one. So I finished them all. And unfortunate. But that's okay. We got a really good checkpoint right there. Stick that one, assassinate that one, carbine that one, and finish them off. And that's that. Scarab's a little soft block right there, but that's okay. Gonna get the cutscene anyway. Turn around, and there's wraiths down at the bottom. Like, so what you want to do is you want to run backwards right here, and you want to just run to the spot that I run to, and it deloads everything, which is super sick. And makes it so Johnson will walk forward in the Scarab a little bit faster. So you head over here to these Banshees, and you fly back to your Spectre. Old Faithful.
Nice.
And you boost as fast as you can to the end over here. The wraiths are going to be, the drivers of the wraiths are going to be despawned. So the wraiths are going to be empty right here, which is nice. I made the wide path right here. Could have gone a little bit faster right there, but I wanted to be safe from these other specters. They're not too bad, but they can kill you if you let both of them kind of reel into you. Sick wall jump right there with the Spectre to not kill myself because that falls a tiny bit too high. If you fall the entire distance, you'll die because of the fall timer. Took the risky left side.
Nice, dude. Just relax and do it.
Cole giving me encouraging words of support. So I was on really good pace. Up this hill right here. This is a really cool glitch, by the way, the underwater thing. Being able to drive up the mountain and everything. And like I said, you're supposed to fly to where you're supposed to be normally. Or you're supposed to do that entire section flying, as a matter of fact, but we do it on the Spectre. For a particular reason, too, we need this vehicle. So you boost up here, come over that, kind of take your time right here, flip yourself around, and ramp off this part onto that little platform right there. And then line yourself up with this light right here, go down very gently, and then boost off, and then kind of pull backwards. And line yourself up right here on this light. That's a really cool glitch. That I'd seen people do in runs before, but I'd never actually tried it myself until I started doing the Monopolized runs, and it was really easy and really fun to do, and made the Tartarus fight so much easier. So what we're doing right here is we're waiting for Johnson. Keeping ourselves in the perfect position on this light. We want a tiny little sliver showing on your left side. And you kind of want to be lined up with the middle of it. He shoots once, and then he'll shoot a second time, and it'll explode. And then you get out of your Spectre. As soon as it explodes on the door, you run down, and as soon as your Spectre's little piece of wing falls off the ledge, like goes off the ledge, you also fall off the ledge. So you get out, walk down there, it'll fall, you fall with it, and voila. You can shoot those brutes right there if you want to, or maybe nade them or something. Nice. But you get the Spectre in by doing that trick. You get it inside the boss fight with you. So you're fighting Tartarus right now. I got really lucky. Those elites like didn't notice me having the Spectre, so they didn't try to come and get in it. Get Johnson in the gunner seat. You make him get out, then get back in. So he gets into the passenger seat. and then you put
Chilling.
your wing exactly lined up with that line on the wall to the right there. Look straight forward, and what you're doing is you're putting the turret where Johnson is, where Johnson's spawn is, like, and for some reason it spawns two of them. Two more Johnsons. I don't know why. I think it's because he's in the Spectre. Like, it thinks that he's not there, so it spawns another one because you need him to win the boss fight. And if you put it right there, it'll spawn two of them. Now you can fly over here with them, and you can get out and you can stick the Spectre, and it'll make them all get out of the vehicle, and then they'll all be beam rifling him because you need Johnson to triple beam rifle down to break down his shields. So you'll see right there, he gets his shields down, and we start laying into him. He can't really do much to Johnson. And once he's dead, you're good to go. Careful of the reinforcements. I jump down here and hit my camo, and then go hide right here behind this wall until the level ends. And that's Halo 2, boys.
Damn!
See what the final time was. Final time was a 1:54, 35. So sub 2 hour. Very proud of them. It was definitely a journey. It was really fun, and very challenging, but definitely worth it. It was really fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the run. I'll let the final cutscene play out right here because it's pretty epic, and also I was very proud of my run. So yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Can't believe it's already been 2 hours. Time flew.
That's fucking awesome, dude. 3.5 minutes.
What's that?
Sometimes you'll get some brutes
that's
in the
fucking
cutscene right there.
badass, dude.
At
It's pretty
superhuman
funny.
speeds with the frequency of
Communicating with what?
the other installations.
Show me.
Fail-safe protocol. In the event of unexpected shutdown, the entire system
What
will
love
move
is?
to standby status. All remaining platforms are now ready for remote activation.
Remote activation? From here?
Don't
I wanna know what
Listen,
life
Tinkerbell, don't
There's
is.
some brutes in the
Then
background.
where? Where would someone go to activate the other rings?
Why the Ark? Of course.
And where, Oracle, is that?
Don't sneak up on me like that, Arbor. Jesus Christ.
And I was below
Got a new contact. Unknown classification. This is one of ours. Take it out.
This is Spartan 117.
Can anyone hear me? Over. Isolate that signal.
But yeah, I hope you guys had fun. I hope you maybe learned
Mind
something.
telling me what you're doing
if
on
you're
that
looking
ship?
for some
Yeah.
tips for your
Finishing this
run. And until Halo 3.
You did it, amigo.
Let's watch the legendary cutscene.
He wants to know what life is.
Cole is really just making the mood of this of this speed run.
To show him.
I guess he'll be the flavor.
Does you want to know what love is?
I will ask, and you will answer.
Oh, whoa, what's up with my cutscene?
Alright.
Alright. Shoot.
That was weird. Never seen that one before. But yeah, guys, again, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, you were an absolute legend. And I'm not opposed to making more of these for sure. Like, if you guys want to see some other runs of Halos, so just let me know. And GL.